Chair's available. Ready? Yeah.
And here comes Nick with the Facebook Live. So you don't have
Any first words as folks start to join us to say their farewell?
I'm gonna miss him. I'm really gonna miss him. You know, sitting with somebody next to you for 5-10 years, 10 plus. It's hard to say goodbye. It's like a divorce, but it's an amicable divorce. And I'm gonna love him.
Okay, awesome. I know you guys have been through a lot over the years.
You know me.
I keep away from the catfish nugget. He smells them too.
Who's partner?
My dad. It's fine.
Oh, Ray. Look.
You have to
Got one of your shirts.
you have to say hi to our CBS 6 Facebook friends. They're
Oh my God, y'all put this
saying
on
good
Facebook?
luck Raymond
Great.
from Andrea. She loves you. Best of luck, Susie Spears says.
Raymond's going away, but we do have a couple other folks that are retiring. And,
Congratulations.
and
We
just
love
had
you.
Tina Wood. We had a big lunch festivity and a great time, but I do want to recognize Tina for 33 unbelievable years. Derwin, who's here.
Woo!
Yeah, give Derwin a round. I've been fortunate enough to see him in Norfolk, hanging out, having some fun. But he's gonna stop the commuting, and and his last day is next Wednesday. We're actually having a little soiree for him. But since we're all here, give. The stories they can tell. Speaking of stories that we can tell, or your parents, your dad.
I don't know. Y'all can start without him. I told him. He doesn't know. It's fine. It's fine.
He does not play Boys and Men Club.
Okay. Really?
Oh my God.
All right. I guess I'll start. I've tried to prepare for this. I tried to write some things down, and I get sappy. So I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna wing it. It's been incredible to see Raymond grow up in this newsroom, and we're so proud of him. And Raymond and I decorate every Thanksgiving, and we have so much fun. And to see him work in production and to come in as an ambassador. What was this?
Production assistant.
Production assistant. And just to see how he's grown and how he took control on the desk, and Robert and Raymond have just formed this incredible bond. And I tell you, they were on it when we had any type of breaking news whatsoever. And to see him move on and take on this new challenge, I have no doubt he's going to be incredible. And maybe he'll be one of those that returns as well one day, which we would be fully supportive of. And he's got a heart of gold, no strangers. To see him along the parade route always makes me so happy. He is so ingrained in this community and loves Richmond and loves the people. And it's just been a great 13 years, and it's hard to believe it's your last day. Let me get
Yes, you did.
So I very quickly, but I think the station is full of characters. He's way out there on the character list. But what I love about Raymond is you talk about onboarding and bringing people in, and just the orientation process. So there's the orientation process is the building, is what we do, and then there's the Raymond orientation process. And you can't go wrong. You've been valuable so
Leslie, you're on speakerphone. The entire newsroom's here. Leslie is our regional producer at CNN in Atlanta. Leslie, so whatever you're going to say it. Ray's listening. You are on speakerphone. So,
Raymond, I'm very sad, but I'm very happy for you. We're very excited for you.
Thank you.
We're definitely going to miss you, and I love working with you.
Love you guys too, and I'll still bother Richard, so you'll probably still hear from me.
Richard's actually on the line now, I think.
wow. Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you thank you. I didn't want to crash your party, but I just wanted to tell you thank you for everything.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Oh, it ain't no cake. It's big birds. Bye.
Well, I just want to say about Ray is that everybody knows that he is super fun to be around in the life of the party, but I think that a lot of people don't get a chance to see as much of the contributions he's made to the newsroom that have really changed the way that we do things. Basically, any type of big story advance planning, he's on it. He's the guy, and he's thinking about it for weeks, months in advance, and basically spearheading the process and staying on top of it and being very organized. And I love it, and putting together these comprehensive packets so the web team has all the information. We can figure out and plan exactly who to cover and what to send to each location. I really also enjoy the fact that he's basically the person behind our birthday traditions. Like, he once started with his Nightside crew, and we saw how much of an impact it had, and so like it's one of those things where like I learned from him. I was like, that's the way you treat people, and I wanted to make sure that we still do that for everyone on every shift, and you're a huge part of that. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do without you, but we'll figure it out. But one of the biggest compliments that Cheryl got one time from one of our leaders in the newsroom was that we just want to kind of be the person that brings calm when you're in the building. Like, you know things can be handled if he's there, and Ray embodies that. And so knowing that he's on the night side holding down the fort, hugely important. It's very comforting, and I just can't say enough about how much you've done for this newsroom and how much it means to us.
Any words you want to impart on Ray's going away? Yeah. Do you have any words before I speak?
Oh.
Camera, bro, so you can see it. Can you see Carter, please? You too, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Carter. Hang on, flipping it back.
Wow. Robert's texting me.
13 years. What in the world can I say about this guy? You know, he's been my rock, he's been my conscience, he's been the person to set me straight sometimes when I may be going off the rails, but, you know, anything Richmond, he knows. And it wasn't just for me, hey, what do you know about this, what do you know about that? But sometimes it's the Ray off air, the Ray outside the station, the person who knows where all the little hidden spots are. But, you know, I will not lie to you. When the world was falling down, I knew I had Ray. I knew I had Ray, whether it was personal with my father's passing, whether it was whatever here. As long as I had Ray, I knew we were going to get through it. I knew that we as a organization were going to get through it. Because Ray, you just learn. You learn from Ray, Ray learns from you, and you know, things are happening, and they always say in the middle of the storm, the eye is the most calm. And that's how me and Ray work. When we were together, there was no dust in this region that could stop us. There was nobody in this town that could beat us. And there was absolutely nobody that had the connections Ray had. And I learned so much from this man. And you gotta think about where he came in at and where he's going out at. He came in on the floor, production intern, and look at him now. Emmy Award-winning traffic reporter. One of the best assignment editors in the business. And all around, good guy, family man, child of God. He loves his nieces to death, and he loves children. And I am going to so much miss you. And I will love you all the days of life.
So, can I go next? I don't have a son, but if I do Raymond, he calls me Mama. And every so often I'll hear, cover up. Let me see what you have on. That's too low. That's too short. And so, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna need somebody to call me Mama.
Aw.
Oh.
No. We got some more matriarchs here.
I've been in denial. In denial until today. Every post that you put on Facebook in the last week, I put a frowny face with the tears, you know. So it's like a mixture, like I feel happy for you. I feel proud of you. I want you to stay, I want you to go. It's just like all over the place. And I can just echo what everybody else here said. But what I love about you is you are just like unapologetically Ray. Like this is what you get. You love me or you leave me, you take it or you leave it. And that's what I love. Like you just walk in your truth all the time. And your faith has helped grow my faith. And Rita and I appreciate every step of the way how you held our hand when Stephanie was going through her situation. And we just love you. And I mean, we're here, but I was wondering if I could get you to sign a piece of paper that said we'll have a standing date once a month so that we can catch up and stay connected. And I'll draw up that contract shortly. Just have something for you. We appreciate you. We appreciate all you've done.
I want to piggyback on what Jenny was saying. This whole, I've been in denial. She put frowning faces on. I didn't even respond. I was in complete denial. But this whole time, especially this whole week, just thinking about Stephanie. I was like, what if Stephanie was still here? First of all, I think if Stephanie was still here, you probably wouldn't be going. But I do remember those days just being in the hospital. You were just our rock when we really needed it. And we just love you so much. And I know Stephanie, you were just, y'all were hanging out all the time. And she just talked about Ray. If I couldn't do like, well, I'm calling Ray. You were just that person, and then you became that person for me as well. And I know we were different shifts, but we would text each other, call each other, but you're just our rock, Ray. And we love you so much. And like Shelby said, that we're happy for you, want you to stay, but we're gonna miss you, and I think this is a great opportunity. And of course, we wish you all the best. We love you.
Okay, said I wasn't gonna cry. I guess I'll go next because we're in the groove with Stephanie. And Nick, please. And when I first got here, you were the relationship that you Sandy and Cheryl to come up to me and was like, "Oh, girl, that bag and them shoes. I mean, you were just so nice right away." And then I didn't even know that you like had that like. I mean, it could have gone so many different ways, but like you were just making sure I knew Richmond. You were making sure that I knew people. You were making sure that I had dates. You were just like that friend, and yes, we had some moments. I think we got like really close, like friends do, and like we had moments. But I did not want to believe that this is real. And like Reba and Shelby, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, but we'll see. Like this is it's just we are going to miss you sincerely. I mean, everything, your craziness, sometimes we got on our nerves, but we just love you. Oh my gosh, like what you bring, this character you bring to the newsroom, and the fact that you really, really care about CBS 6 and you care about the people in this building. It's just, it has made an impact, and I just wanted to make sure I said something. I said I was going to cry, and I just like teared up so much. But that's because I love you.
Like, jump in, y'all. Okay.
All right. Let me turn this off. Okay. All right. Okay. So you know how it is. You know, I'm not here to make nobody cry. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna crack jokes and everything. So okay. But first, I'm gonna say this. Okay. So when I first got to Richmond, when I actually got to here at Channel 6, one of the first people to embrace me was Ray. I remember the first time I went to dap him up. He was eating his normal routine McDonald's. He had filet of fish and French fries. And I tried to dap him up, and he's like, "Excuse me, hold on, my hands are greasy." So I had to come back to my desk, and then after that, we wiped off, and he still had some cheese on the side of his mouth. He wanted to dap me up and everything. But also, in that first week, Raymond helped me out so much. Like, we have the sheet of all the information of all the people that we can call. And he gave it to me, he made a copy. Not only did he do that, he laminated it for me. I was like, man, this guy's cool, he likes me. And the first weekend I was here, in Richmond, he invited me out with his brother and his brother's wife, or sister-in-law, and we went out and we went bowling. And I beat him in bowling in all the games. Lies. We went out, we had a good time, and I was like, man, he's just super cool. And then obviously, throughout the years, just the friendship we developed, on air and off air. I mean, Raymond's probably my closest friend here at Channel 6. He comes to my house. He knows Club ROB. He knows Bar ROB. We go out. We've been to parties, clubs, all that kind of stuff. And here at work, obviously, Raymond has had such an instrumental part to our success in the 5 and 5:30. I mean, he's helped us so much. Obviously, people love how our connection is. Why aren't you looking at me, man?
I'm listening. I'm just.
Because you're trying to fight it, huh? You're trying to fight it. But no, obviously, our connection on the air. We've heard so many compliments about it, how you hear it all the time on the street. I hear it all the time on the street. Whenever you post something, people tell you how much they love you on air, and it's because you're just a genuine person. You're real. I respect real. And I remember when you telling me that there's a chance that you might go. Well, first off, before I get to that, one thing that I do want to say is I remember when Raymond was talking about potentially submitting an Emmy. For the weather thing. For the traffic. And I said,
people think I'm weather.
that's the weather. But I remember when Ray was talking about it, he's like, man, I kept telling him you should do it. Go ahead and do it. I was always encouraging. I was like, do it. And every time he do it, hit that traffic, I was like, yo, that was a good one. You need to save that. You need to add that to your Emmy reel. Make sure you do that. And I just remember he kept doing it. And then he finally put that in. I used to always tell him, you're going to win it. And I remember him sitting he was sitting right there when he was watching he was sitting right there. He was waiting to hear the news. And then he heard his name, and he was like, of course he had to record himself for his own reaction. He kind of acted like it was natural. He was like, he was practicing that at home. But anyway, the greatest news that we got was I remember when he posted it, he said that he won, and I was just so proud of him because I knew in my heart, I knew from the day you submitted that thing that you were going to win. I swear, man. I knew you were going to win, so I was so happy for you. And then, obviously, you kept doing what you were doing, and then you had this opportunity that came to you, and I was like, sometimes,
God calls us to do things that, you know, sometimes we didn't even picture was going to happen. This opportunity was created for you. So, and, you know, that doesn't happen a lot. So, you know, I always joke and say, make your next move your best move, but I truly believe that you're taking another step in your life that you need to do. I'm going to miss you, bro. You know that. You know, 5 o'clock's never going to be the same. At that 5:20 hit, I might be turning like this and be like, wait, he's not here anymore. So, but again, you know, we still going to hang because I know you're still here. I'm still here. And, you know, you my brother forever, and I love you, brother. That's right.
Raymond, I want to say a couple of things, man.
This is about to be an Emmy Award speech right here.
He's got a story. Here we go. You know, Raymond, there are several things that I'm going to miss about you, but I'm going to miss your passion that you bring to the job every single day. I'm going to miss your imitations. You always kept us laughing, even in the darkest of times. I'll miss your passion for the job. I'm just going to miss your presence. And what I love about you is that you had the backs, and still do, of your friends and your colleagues here at CBS 6. Always had our backs. And I can relay one story that earlier this year, I was producing a story with this guy right here, and I made a glaring mistake in the script. And you caught it, and you noticed it before it aired, and you tracked me down. And it was going to be a really, really bad mistake if it aired. But you tracked me down and made sure it didn't air, and I had enough time to fix it. And I so appreciate that, and that's what you do for all of us. You always have our backs. Even when we don't know it, you have our backs. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that we're going to be still remain friends. You're going to be here in RVA. And I know Dominion is a power company. But man, oh man, they're going to get so much more Dominion with you. But unfortunately, and sadly for us, the lights here at CBS 6 are going to be a lot dimmer without the princess.
Big Mike, everybody want to go?
No, because you still got Jim.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, Jen, yeah, here we go. Let's get it, Jen.
Oh.
Yeah, Jen.
I'll just say something real quick, because I heard a lot of people say that you're the first person they met here, you approached them right away, and that was the same thing with me. The first two faces I saw here was out in the parking lot before I actually ever came to the building, and that was you and Stephanie, and we chatted for a little bit, and I just remember, again, that friendship that the two of you had, and I think that was amazing. And I think that friendship, just in everybody speaking, is just so clear, it reigns true. And I think the thing I remember, the image I remember the most is just every single night with you taking Stephanie's suitcase out to her car for her, like rolling it out every single night. And that's just something true friends do, and I think everybody sees that in you.
Who else? Yours is in the other room. Yeah, it's everybody. Oh, wait, we gotta let Cheryl Millie go. Jason?
when I got here. So I've been there 11 years. It's just crazy how time flies. But everything that I've ever needed, that I couldn't get on my own. And I like to do stuff myself. I mean, if it's something that I need to get done, I can do it. But when I can't get it done, like there's a tornado watch or a warning or something happens and it's just, I can't get to it. You're always right there with closed captioning, with do we need to call so-and-so, and those kinds of things. Even though that's quote unquote your job, really like you would go outside that with the backyard, cookouts. I mean, that's a lot of work. You got so many moving parts, and I appreciate so much just knowing and almost like feeling guilty about it. Just like, yeah, just do it. And I know that like the more frustrated you were getting, I knew deep down the better you were doing it because you're handling so much for me. And again, there's those times when I had to be doing 3 things at once. You could take 2 of them. And I could do everything else, and I greatly appreciate that. I'm gonna miss that because it takes a while to build that kind of trust in somebody, and know that they've got it handled. And I always knew it was gonna get handled. Appreciate it.
Everybody. All right, Mike.
All right. We all want to take a quick trip over into the studio. Just take a trip.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Walter wants to see.
I heard that.
And he was like, so then I got a real cup, and then every time it's
Everybody get up close. Gather around, getting close.
Everybody. Based on empirical evidence, mainly Katie when your homework's going away, tend to lose it pretty quickly when I start talking about people that mean a lot to me. Mean a lot to me for a long time. So I thought the best thing to do was kind of handle this a little differently instead. Hearing my voice, I decided to write a little something, put it together with the help of Jason Hicks, who worked very hard, and Rob this year. I think this will show you what Raymond means to us. So if you guys can hear me back there, go ahead and roll. Make sure studio air is up. Oh, right there.
Working for you. This is a CBS 6 breaking news alert.
And we start tonight with breaking news out of the city of Richmond. After more than a decade working late nights, covering and coordinating our coverage of major events and taking lots and lots of selfies. CBS 6 is over.
The announcement sending shockwaves through the newsroom and Beyonce fan message boards everywhere. Bob Lazar takes a look back at 13 years of Raymond.
November 8th, 2005. The day that Richmond's own Tim Kaine was elected governor of Virginia. But more importantly, it's the night that Chesterfield's own Raymond Hawkes began working at CBS. A recent graduate of Virginia Union University, Ray kept to himself and was relatively quiet for about 5 seconds. He started as an entry-level production assistant, but quickly found his calling as an assignment editor, a job that requires you to talk constantly and chat on the phone. It was the part that Ray was born to play. After 2 years, he became a Shaolin master at the desk. CBS crews were often first on the scene of shootings, crashes, and fires because of Raymond's scanner ears and gut instincts. And he was instrumental in planning breaking news coverage.
Chaos at Richmond City Hall, an ongoing feud between the mayor and the school board reaches the boiling point, and CBS 6 News cameras were there to catch it all.
With Ray on the desk, the nighttime team became a tight-knit group, working hard and partying. He was one of the founding fathers of the crew that called themselves the G. But despite his success behind the scenes, with a larger-than-life personality, Raymond would eventually make his way on air.
Well, happy Friday to you. If you're still having to pick up your package, you have until 9 p.m. today. Now, if you're in the downtown area on New Year's Eve, you have several options. Seeing heavy traffic between the Boulevard, Robin Hood Road, and Hermitage Road.
He became the face and voice of the evening rush hour.
And they're asking you to park behind the diner. Pay attention to the new markings on the road.
Ray's skills both inside and outside the traffic center would win him an Emmy Award, even if he didn't know it was practice when he preached.
Know your dirty laundry.
Are really about the job. Traffic, let's see.
About this traffic this afternoon as you make your way home, and that is my cell phone, not.
And then there's the hair.
This is a big deal. This is twice as big as a Super Bowl.
And higher.
They're getting higher than the mayor's office.
Like, look at this. Like,
Can we go to the nylon right here? Come on, bro.
even the viewers.
Taller than the fence. The fence is. It's very frustrating.
Heading for the greener pastures of Dominion, Virginia.
I know the taxpayers don't know about this. I know they're done. That is a lot of money.
Really hard. Some harder than others.
Yeah, it's surprising, number one, disappointing, number two.
When it was first announced, people were so overcome with emotion, some tried to leave the room.
Barbaric. Let that word resound from hill to hill, and from mountain to mountain, from valley to valley, across this broad land. Barbaric. Barbaric. May God help. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
That kind of anger only comes from the grief caused by losing someone you care so much about.
I want even people up here to be paying attention and to be rooting for him, because he is not just a leader for Virginia, he is a leader for America, and I'm very thankful.
And Central Virginia is extremely thankful.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Have everybody with a little holiday cheer. $40 gift card. Just spread love. What's up, man? Happy holidays.
If he's not at work and not at the bar, you can bet he is giving back to the community he's called home since he was a kid.
Hey, how are you? Good. Raymond with CBS 6. How are you doing today? Doing great. So here you guys were having a little trouble with your AC. Great. We got everybody here.
A local boy who made good. A proud son, brother, uncle, journalist, and friend. That's Raymond Hawkes. When asked about his legacy, the world's greatest astronomer and former CBS Evening News anchor, Bob Schieffer, tried to put it all into perspective.
Where does it stop? Exactly, where does it stop? How long has it been since you've seen someone wearing a monocle?
This much is certain. It's the end of an era, and CBS 6 will never be the same. We love you, Greg.
In Richmond, Raymond Hawkes, CBS 6 News.
Steve!
13 years ago when I walked in here, never thought in a million years that all of my dreams would come true. I said it before, I met Michael Ford, who was a reporter here when I was 10. That's when I fell in love with this business. Like, I wanted to be just like him. And I didn't think when I walked in here, I had a teacher tell me I would never make it in the business. I wasn't good enough. I walked in here, production assistant, just worked and tried to perfect my craft, and got up under a lot of reporters here and tried to figure out how could I make myself better. And apparently somebody was paying attention, and they gave me the shot. Chip Mahane to be exact. Gave me the shot in the newsroom, continued to allow me to grow, and Stephen became a big fan of mine. Then we went to Bill Anderson, and he stayed a fan. Cheryl stayed a fan. So everything I've done has been because you guys have always been behind me and supported me. The community part is probably what drove me every day to this job. It's never been, as much as I take selfies and I'm all into myself sometimes, it's never been about me. It's always been about the community that we serve. We can't say that we love Richmond and we're not a part of Richmond. And that's what I always took out of every day, is that if I had a chance to have one kid say that, you know what, I want to be a reporter because I saw you. So that's why I accepted every invite to schools, every community event that I could do, gave up a lot of my weekends to continue to do community events because I'm Richmond. And kids need us more than ever now. And what we do every day, they see. And they need to see something different besides LeBron James and Stephon Curry and everything. It's plenty of us out there that can do bigger things. So that's why I did it every day. I had my girl with me, Kayla. My niece has only known me doing this, so this has been hard to leave. And it's one of the things that and my nephews, those are the people that make sure that I do this every day, because I just want to leave the world a better place, not for me. I can care less about me. It's about them. It's about the kids, and that's why we do what we do every day. Go around here in the room and start talking about everybody, but I know I would miss some things, but I have to say, Fugazi, yeah, we're two different colors. Fugazi is my brother. Remember a couple years ago when I did a story and I got diagnosed with AFib and I was in the hospital? Fugazi was there the next morning, and my mom said she had to go to work to do something. She didn't want to leave me. Fugazi stayed in my hospital room by my side. When I blacked out and Rob lifted my heavy ass up, Fugazi rode me to the hospital and stayed with me in the hospital. Again, there are no words that I can say to how much I love you, Danica. I'm gonna turn this way quickly. But to each and every one of you, you guys mean so much to me, and I can't even put that in words right now. And I know somebody asked the other day, why am I leaving to go to Dominion? I asked God a long time ago for growth and increase. Sometimes it's funny because you don't think God is listening to you, but God was listening. And what made it even funnier was the night of the Emmys, before I went downstairs, my friend Paul and I were together, and I said, we prayed, and I said, God, if I win an Emmy, I'll listen to you, and I'll go wherever you tell me to go. Won the Emmy that night, and literally 3-4 weeks later, Dominion called and said, let's start the process. So I'm listening to him. Don't know what tomorrow is going to hold. Don't know what next year is going to hold. But if there are three words I can just tell you guys that I believe in so much. God's got it. Whenever you're worried about what's going to happen, just remember God's got it. And if you don't believe in a higher power, I recommend you should. Because at the end of the day, it always comes back to God's got it. And there's I can leave here today and say that not be here for the next chapter, but I can honestly say that 2019, God's got CBS 6, and He's going to continue to make sure we win. And I'm down the street. Steven's already booked me for a couple of events. My number's staying the same, and I'm sure over there, just give me some time, but over the next couple of days and weeks, I'll let every one of you know how much I love you guys. So, thank you. And y'all know I'm always different, have to be extra, so no cake, sorry. But we got catfish nuggets and macaroni.
Yeah.
We heard that.
Sorry, man. That's the most for 7, but I'm not watching it tonight. Car 8. So Lester Hall's doing 7 tonight. You going 6? I'm going 7.
All right, hang on, guys. Before y'all leave, take off.
Take care, man. Love you.
Y'all know that it is our tradition to give something to the departing. And
All selfies?
Literally, all selfies. He's off. And if that's not hanging,
loves so we want to make sure that we can do this one.
That's not hanging in your house somewhere. We're going to be very It's like,
Oh.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Raymond Hawkes.
There's no room inside. All right. Y'all want to do some pictures?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Right. See clearly. But like, why you take your picture? We gotta wait for you. Just wait. I think the Lord said.
Can I start using
Chris, did you get that email? You have to put
Yes.